Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'll explain the Steam background in a moment, but today we're going to go for a winter drive with the snow mod and the Christmas event. But before we do that, Gray Olaf and a couple of other commenters on our snow mods tutorial suggested adding the winter sounds mod. So we're going to check that out in this episode as well. So to do that, we have to install the winter sounds mod, which involves doing a couple of things. So this is going to be kind of a mini tutorial on how to do that before we start our regular driving episode. Let's get started. So first up, I'm on the front page of Steam. In order to get to install the mods, because these mods are on Steam, we have to go to the Euro Truck Simulator 2 page for this. So I'm going to click on my library in the top left corner. And then if you don't see Euro Truck Simulator available, you can just type in a little bit of a search here, and there it pops up. And now we're on the Euro Truck Simulator 2 page. So we need to get to the workshop. Now I can see the workshop in my top menu right here. If you don't see it, there's going to be an ellipsis, kind of 3 bullet points there. You can click on that to get to the workshop. Then we're going to click on workshop, and this will pull up the workshop where all the mods are for the game. Then over here in this little search bar, now we want to install the Winter Sounds mod, but there's also another mod that's recommended to install with that, which is called the Sound Fixes mod. So we're going to install both of these mods so that the Winter Sounds mod works in all its glory. So first up, we want to find Sound Fixes. So I'm going to type in just Sound Fix, and I'm going to hit search here. And we can see this pops up on its own. Now, this is a great mod to get anyway, because it enhances a lot of the sounds in the basic version of the game. So this isn't directly connected to the Winter Sounds mod, but it makes the Winter Sounds mod work even better. So we're going to basically click on that when it shows up. And you'll notice down below here, installing them with Steam, if you haven't done it before at the workshop's really easy. You just click on the subscribe button. And that means what's going to happen, it's going to populate our mod folder in the game with the files we need already. So that's all we have to do. Just by clicking on subscribe, we've installed the mod in the game. How cool is that? That is so simple. Now we want to go back, and just by typing in Soundfix, we can see the Winter Sounds mod has come up. This is the one we want. So just like with the other one, we're going to click here. This tells us a little bit about it. So howling wind and gust sound effects. And it actually mentions in here, ideal for use with the frosty winter weather mod. Perfect. So this is what we want. So like the other one, we're just going to click on subscribe. Subscribe. There we go. I was already subscribed, I guess. And now it's been added to our subscription. It says subscribed right there. So we know we've done it okay. So we are good to go. So now we're going to jump into the game, and we're going to activate the mods because we still have to do that. So we'll see you in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Alrighty, so now we've started up Euro Truck Simulator 2. Let's go in and activate the mods and put them in the right order so they'll work in the game. To do that again, we want to click on Mod Manager. And here we can see our mod setup. We can see now that because we subscribe to those 2 mods in Steam, the Winter Sounds and the Sound Fixes are available in our mod options. And then we can see over here the correct mod, the mod installation for the winter mod, the Frosty Winter mod that we did in our previous tutorial episode. We have Frosty Wheels, Frosty Physics, and Frosty Heavy Winter at the top, followed by the Frosty Winter mod, the basic mod after that. So the add-on optionals load before that. And I don't have the No Foggy Weather installed because I don't really care about that one. So now we have to install the Winter Sounds and the Sound Fixes to get these all to work. Like anything else, it's super easy for this part. We're just going to click on Winter Sounds and drop it in. We're going to click on Sound Fixes and we're going to drop it in. But the thing that we want to do now is make sure that we get the activation order right in this list here. Winter Sounds needs to come at the very top. So we're going to increase the priority by clicking on the bottom button on the right there, increase priority. So Winter Sounds is at the top. We want Sound Fixes to come after Frosty Winter loads. Boom, we're done. Winter Sounds comes first. The optional Frosty Winter mods comes second. Frosty Winter mods comes third. And then fourth is the Sound Fixes pack. And if you have other like traffic mods and map mods and everything like that, they should come after these. That's the correct order. Once we've done this, everything should work well. We should get the Frosty Winter mod working, and we should have the Winter Sounds pack and the Sound Fixes pack all installed and working properly. Let's jump into the game now and give this a test. I haven't tested it out, so I'm curious to hear how it sounds and stuff like that. Excited to see what this is like. We're going to confirm our changes, and now we're going to load our game. We should be good to go. We're probably going to get some warnings here that the mods have changed and things like that. And we're just going to click through those because we know that and we're okay with that. Sometimes when you install a mod too, as we can see here, it takes a little bit of time because it's probably kind of sorting through things. So we might get a little bit of a slower load process the first time. But if all has gone well, we should be in good shape. Yep, we're good. Here we go. So let's go find a delivery. You're going to find a delivery. We'll go for a ride. We're going to check out the sound mod here. All right, this looks pretty good. Here's one from Innsbruck where we are, up to Munich, because I want to see if we can get the next stage from Munich to Vienna for the Orient Express achievement. So I'm trying to get to Innsbruck. Let's go there. This is going to be about a 3-hour and 46-minute drive. Let us begin the delivery. Contributions, yes, we're going to begin the delivery anyway. That's just a little bit of a warning for the event, but that doesn't matter for us. This will be our 3rd delivery, by the way, in the Christmas event. So excited about that. Let's see if we can get going, and hopefully the snow mod's loaded up. I might increase the sounds on this video a little bit too, so that we can hear the winter glory, the winter mod in all its glory. And lucky us, this is where we dropped off. I'm still a little bit baffled by this. This is where we dropped off the Christmas presents before, right here in the lumber yard, and now we're picking up Christmas presents. There's something mighty strange going on with the winter mods, with the Christmas presents gifts here, but we'll just go pick it up. We're not going to complain. I'm just going to go grab these presents, and we're going to take them up to Munich to deliver to all the kids, so everyone will be happy. So let's get this backed up and hooked up here. Can I get that from this angle? Oh, I can hear the differences already. The backup sound is a little bit more resonant and rich and stuff. I'm liking this already. This is pretty cool. I feel like this is something I should have done a long time ago. We're not very straight, but probably going to give it to us. Yeah, a little bit taking care of it. So, all right, we have our presents installed here. We're going to turn our lights on. We've got our presents picked up, and it is now about 10 o'clock at night. So I might actually go somewhere and sleep first, and then we're going to go drive in the daytime. But let's do it. Alrighty, so I checked on the map here, and there's both a maintenance shop, because I want to fix the windshield so we can see more of the scenery here. I want to get our truck repaired. There's a question mark up there, so we're going to go take care of a couple of maintenance things here. Oh, it's slippery. Forgot about that. We get the physics mod on. Got to be careful here so we don't smash into things. So I'm going to go to, we're going to drive over to Innsbruck, get a lot of these little details taken care of, sleep, and then we'll be back when we're ready to drive in the daytime. So we'll see you in a moment. Alrighty, so a lot's happened. We've gone to the maintenance shop. We've repaired the truck for the little damage that was on it. I've also taken away the visor and the tassels that were on the windshield so we get a better view of the scenery. That was suggested by a viewer, a kind suggestion, which I think makes a lot of sense because it limits the review when you have the visor on from the inside, although it does look, I think, cooler from the outside. But we want to be able to see more of the landscape as we're driving along here. So I've taken those off. And then the other thing that I did was, of course, sleep. So now it is 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. We've got a 3-hour and 35-minute drive up to Munich here. And so we're just going to enjoy the ride. It's a beautiful morning here. I'm loving the snow mod. This, again, is the newest version of the snow mod, which has been updated to work with version 1.43. We have the physics mod on. We have the frosty, the extreme winter mod on, the heavy winter mod on. And so we'll get a little bit, we get frosty wheels on, so we should hopefully get some, at some point here, get some snowstorms. Now, I have noticed already as I've been driving that the sound fixes mod, I really like it. The backup sound is much more resonant, just a lot of the changing gears and hitting bumps and stuff like that. The sound fixes mod, I definitely like already. Now, I haven't noticed anything really with the frosty winter, because I think we haven't really had kind of winterish weather other than just the cold right now. So I think we have to kind of get into a storm before we're going to see that. So we might not see that in this episode. But one thing that I did do that I think might help us with that here is, let me just kind of, I'll show you here on when I went in. I've gone into options here because I think this might help with it. I'm not really sure. And I've clicked on gameplay, and then there's an option for rain probability, and I've bumped that up a little bit. Let's just nudge it up a little bit more, because I think that's going to transfer to snow in this mod. So I'd like to get more snow in the wintertime, and then we'll put it back to its defaults later. So we'll leave that a little bit higher, and hopefully that means, if not in this episode, maybe next episode, especially if we go on a longer drive, we'll be able to get some snow and check it out. Whoa. But yeah, the new version of the snow mod, the Frosty Winter, seems to be working great. I did notice in American Truck Simulator it was quite slippery, so I want to be careful that we don't mush into things here. But again, I mentioned it. It's probably one of my favorite mods, the snow mod. I mean, especially for the Christmas time, we get the Christmas presents on, and it's just so much better to be delivering Christmas presents in snow and stuff. Especially up here, we're in Austria now. This is cool. Alps, snow. This is good. So we're getting out on the highway here, and I do have a topic for today's drive. In addition to the snow mods and listening to the sounds and everything like that, I do have a topic for today because I've come to the conclusion that I want to do a couple of experiments in the game. They're going to be kind of long-term experiments, so I think it's going to be kind of fun, and I think we should be able to it's going to take a while to get ready to start one of them, because it's going to take some money. It's going to be a very expensive experiment. But we'll get a little bit further down here on the road, and then let's chat. I'm hoping it'd be nice if we got some kind of a snowstorm, but it doesn't look like it in today's episode. That might have to be saved for a next one. We'll be back shortly. Alrighty, we've been just kind of making a little bit of our way up here towards Munich or so. And one thing I want to do in this episode, because I'm liking the sound fixes. Now, because we installed both, I'm not sure that I can pick up really. Whoa, we gotta go this way. Let us through, car. Oh, just made it. Not our best driving there. Didn't realize I was supposed to be in the left-hand lane. But views are spectacular. So I want to check out the views here with the winter mod as we cut through the Alps here a little bit too. So we're going to go to the number 2 camera momentarily to check that out. And then what I want to do is just to run a little bit with the ambient sounds turned up on the recording and me quiet to kind of hear how this sounds. I'm going to roll the windows down too, just to get kind of the audio glory here. But I do like the sound fixes mod. A lot of the truck sounds just feel richer and more resonant. But again, I don't think we're really experiencing much in terms of winter weather changes to be able to kind of make a decision on how that mod works yet. So that might be saved for a future episode here. But let's just take a look here at the outsides if we get to the 2 camera. Nice. I gotta stay on the road here. Yeah, it's a good look. It feels like winter, huh? We had the same trailer before, so now I'm gonna I'll jump back. I'm gonna turn on the sounds and the audio and turn off my voice a little bit, so we're gonna hear the audio glory here with this episode for just a minute or so. Sounds are up and both windows are open, so I can hear the winter wind howling. Now the windows are closed. Still loud though. Alrighty, so we are back now with income. Whoa! Bronislav, one of our best drivers, just racks up 42,000. We have 200,000 euros now. Very nice. And speaking of money, that makes me, with about an hour left, I think I can explain this. So I've been having some conversations with various comments, like Muddy's been posting some comments, and other people have posted comments too about whether good trucks for your drivers make sense. And the consensus is yes, that your hired drivers are going to do better if they have good trucks and stuff like that. I think that would be something to test. But what I want to test is development patterns for your hired drivers. Like, what is the best way to develop your drivers so that they become profitable really soon? So what I'm thinking we could do is buy a new garage, right? Buy 5 identical trucks, high quality trucks, so every driver's got the same truck when they start, and buy them at the same time, and then hire 5 drivers right at the same levels of ability. And then once those 5 drivers are hired, give each one of them a different development arc. So one we might put in ADR, then one in long distance, one in just-in-time cargo and stuff like that, and test like 4 or 5 different patterns. And one would probably be like evenly distributed. And then another one I want to test is splitting it between ADR and long distance to see if a 50-50 split there works. So kind of have like 5 different driver patterns, and then just watch them over the course of a couple of months to see how much money they make over the course of like driving 2 months, and see which driving development pattern makes the most sense. So it would be kind of a grand driver experiment. This would go over a number of episodes, right? Because basically we'd hire them all at one time, kind of set their development arcs, and then go in and look at them like after like 3 or 4 more episodes. So it'd be kind of a long-term thing. And another one that I want to try to do too is trucks as well. So and this could probably be a simpler one. We just give a couple of drivers, do a base, hire 5 drivers and 5 trucks, but we give a couple of the drivers the super cheap model of a truck, and then a couple of drivers the ultimate model of the truck, and then just compare. Now, I expect we would see a pretty big difference in the income levels, but I'd be curious to see how much. So that would be another second experiment we could run. So these are kind of long-term experiments that I'd like to run on the channel as we go forward. So just random thinking here as we drive through the snow and stuff like that. But we'll keep going now. And I've got about 28 minutes left, and I think we can check in as we get... Oh, headlight usage. What? Wow, the police with the sound fixes mod are pretty serious here. I guess I gotta turn my headlights on. I thought they were on. Apparently not. It's not really that dark out here. So, but, well, anyway, those police sirens kind of freaked me out with the sound fixes mod. Oh, better slow down here. The physics mod on. So we'll get closer to the parking spot here, and then we'll check in as we're ready to make our third delivery in this Christmas event. Remember how many times I do it. I keep forgetting with the physics mod on in Frosty Winter that you have to hit the brakes and give yourself a much greater warning. So it looks like we are almost at our destination here. I can't quite tell whether it's on the left side or straight ahead. It looks like we just drive right into it. Which is, maybe it's, well, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Biegen nach rechts up, that's right. Right, so we just turn in here. Where are we taking these presents? Euro goodies. I guess that makes sense, huh? Alright, we're here. 40 XP. We haven't had a 90 XP for quite a while here. So let's go park this one. I like the 90s. Let's just take it past here and drop it in. This looks pretty straightforward, but I do like, I like the backup sounds here with this too. The mod, I noticed they're quite a bit different. So you get a real, slippery. Let's roll the windows down here. Let's see if we can, it's not a very good angle, is it? Can we make this? I feel like we're lined up very good. We're gonna have to really cut it tight. Huh? But I love the dinging sound here with this. It just feels richer, more resonant, more realistic. Go straight now, don't we? Yeah, the sound fixes pack is cool. I couldn't, confess I couldn't really notice the winter sounds pack here. I gotta get straight. But I love the sound fixes mod. So big thumbs up for that one. And we'll decide later on the winter sounds mod. But I highly recommend the sound fixes. I feel like I should have done that a long time ago. I love this backup sound. It just sounds so much cooler. Here we are. Christmas presents delivered. I'm going to take a quick screenshot and then we'll rack this one up. All right, let's go get our money. $12,000 for a 3-hour job. That's a pretty good deal. That's Christmas presents. Being Santa pays well in this game. How are we doing? I think we're close. Still a long way to go for level 30. This is a haul to get there. $12,000, 12,000 euros though. We're going to keep our money for now, I think, or I might buy a base soon. We'll think about it. We'll do that, I think, maybe in the next episode. But we've got 3 now of our 15 events for the Christmas of Toys of Yesteryear event. So making a little bit more progress. We'll jump back into American Truck Simulator for the next episode. Install the sound fixes mod there. So I think altogether, I'd say for this one, just kind of thinking on it, still undecided about the winter sounds mod. I think we have to kind of see it in a snowstorm, to be honest. But a big thumbs up for the sound fixes mod, which I highly recommend. Let me know if you have questions, if you run into difficulties trying to install it and stuff like that. How are you enjoying the Christmas event? What are you doing in the game? Drop some comments down below, and we'll see you in the next episode, everybody. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, because it helps get the video in front of more people. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. We'll be back for quite a few episodes over the Christmas event here. So take care, everybody. Bye.